Good morning, boys.
Good morning, sir.
So let us continue with the quadratic equation chapter. The previous class, whatever we have discussed, we will continue after that. So today let us start with sum and product of roots. Let us take the equation x square plus bx plus c equals to 0 and let alpha and beta be the roots of this equation. Then we know the roots are alpha equals to minus b plus root over d by 2a and beta will be minus b minus root over d by 2a. Because the two roots of the quadratic equation are minus b plus minus root over b square minus 4ac by 2a, that is minus b plus minus root over d by 2a. So we take alpha as minus b plus root d by 2a and beta is minus b minus root d by 2a. Now if we add these two, what will we get? Minus b plus root over d by 2a plus minus b minus root d by 2a. So if we add this, you can see that root d and root d will cancel out. So you have minus 2b by 2a and that is equals to minus b by a. That is coming to minus b by a. And what is b and what is a? So b is the coefficient of x. So it is minus of coefficient of x. And what is a? And that is the coefficient of x square. So if alpha and beta are the roots of the given equation x square plus bx plus c equals to 0, then if you add the two roots, what we call as sum of the roots, and that is equal to the negative of the coefficient of x divided by the coefficient of x square. Now let's find what is the value of the product of the roots. So product of the roots means alpha into beta, that is minus b plus root over d by 2a to minus b minus root d by 2a. So here we can apply a square minus b square, that is a plus b into a minus b. So you can write it as minus b square minus of root over d square. This is a plus b and a minus b, and that is equals to a square minus b square. So this we can write as divided by 2a into 2a is 4a square. Now if you proceed further, we will be having b square minus d by 4a square, and that is equals to b square, and what is the value of d? That is b square minus 4ac. So you can write it here, minus of b square minus 4ac divided by 4a square. Now we open the brackets. We have b square minus b square plus 4ac by 4a square. So b square and b square will be cancelled out. We will be left with 4ac by 4a square, and that will give us c by a. So the product of the roots is coming to c by a, that is equal to the constant term divided by the coefficient of x square. That is equals to the constant term. C is the constant term and a is the coefficient of x square. So sum of the roots is minus b by a and product of the roots is c by a. Now we will be discussing about certain identities. These are very important. Note it down. The sum of the roots is minus b by a. So I am writing it once again. If this is the equation and alpha and beta be the roots of the equation, then we have alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a and alpha into beta is equals to c by a. If we take one question, for the quadratic equation, x square minus 9x plus 11 equals to 0. Find the sum and the product of the roots. So the equation is 3x square minus 9x plus 11 equals to 0. You know what is A and what is B and what is C. So sum of the roots is equals to minus of B by A. And what is B here? Minus 9. B is minus 9, so minus of minus 9 divided by A is 3. So it is coming to 9 by 3 and that is equals to 3. So sum of the roots is 3. And what is the product of the roots? That is given by C by A. C is 11, the constant term, and divided by A, the coefficient of x square, and that is 3. So sum of the roots is coming to 3 and the product of the roots is coming to 11 by 3. Some important identities, these are very important, which will be used while solving the problem, so note it down carefully. Number 1 is alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Suppose we need to find the value of alpha square plus beta square. So to get the value of this from a given equation, we can get the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. That is, sum of the roots and the product of the roots can be obtained from the given equation. So in order to find the value of alpha square plus beta square, you have to express this in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So if you get this, you write this one and put the value of alpha plus beta here, that is the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. Okay. Similarly, alpha minus beta whole square. If you have to find the value of alpha minus beta whole square, then write it in this form, that alpha plus beta whole square minus 4 alpha beta, that will give you the value of alpha minus beta whole square. Here it is alpha plus alpha square minus beta square, that is a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b. A plus b we can get it from the given equation, but a minus b which is can be obtained from number 2. So that will be root over this one. Minus 4 alpha beta. Alpha cube plus beta cube. Can be written as alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Next one is number 6. Alpha to the power 4 plus beta power 4. This is alpha power 4 minus beta power 4. Alpha by beta plus beta by alpha. Take the LCM, we have alpha square plus beta square by alpha beta, and alpha square plus beta square can be written as So these are few identities which are very important in terms of problem solving. So you have to exercise on this. So we'll illustrate these particular identities with the help of some questions. Right now we'll be solving one question on this. So let us take the first question. If alpha beta are the roots of the equation, if alpha beta are the roots of the equation x square minus 4x plus 2 equals to 0, then find the values of number 1 alpha square plus beta square. So try to find these values by using the given identities that you have just now discussed. So let us first write down the given equation. Now you need to first find out the sum of the roots, that is alpha plus beta, and the product of the roots, that is alpha beta. That is minus b by a, that is minus of minus 4 by 1, that is equals to 4, and the product of the roots alpha beta is equals to c by a, and c is the constant term, that is 2, a is 1, and that is coming to 2. So we have alpha plus beta equals to 4, and alpha beta, that is the product, is equal to 2. Now we'll start finding the values of the given three parts, 1, 2 and 3. The first part is alpha square plus beta square. Now it is clear from here that you cannot get the value of alpha square plus beta square because we know the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So you have to express alpha square plus beta square in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So we can write it here as alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. It is same as the left hand side, that is alpha square plus beta square. Now you can put the values. So alpha plus beta we have got 4, that is 4 square minus 2 multiplied by alpha beta is 2. So you have 16 minus 4, and that is equals to 12. So the value of alpha square plus beta square is equal to 12. Note it down, then we move on to find the second one, that is alpha cube plus beta cube. Look into the identities that you have written just now, apply that and get the value of alpha cube plus beta cube. Second one is alpha cube plus beta cube. So write in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha beta, and what is that? Is alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Okay? So alpha plus beta whole cube minus 3 alpha beta into alpha plus beta. Now you need to put the values, and this is equals to 4 cube minus 3 into this is 2, and this is again 4. So 64 minus 24, we get the value is equals to 40. Third one, 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. again I have to simplify and get it in the usual form. So you can take the LCM, it becomes alpha plus beta by alpha beta, and this is 4 and this is 2, and we get the value equals to 2. So 1 by alpha plus 1 beta is coming to 2. So moving on to next. The formation of quadratic equation. Formation of a quadratic equation, how a quadratic equation can be formed if we know the roots, that is the sum of the roots and the product of the roots. Then it is given by x square minus sum of the roots multiplied by x plus product of the roots, and that is equals to 0. So if you know the value of the sum of the roots and the product of the roots, that means if you know alpha plus beta and if you know alpha beta, then the quadratic equation can be formed in this way, that is x square minus, so you can write it here as x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha beta equals to 0. So if you know the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta, you can find or generate the quadratic equation, or you can form the quadratic equation. So let us take one question based on this type and let us see. If alpha and beta are the roots of the equation, if alpha and beta are the roots of the equation x square plus bx plus c equals to 0, then form an equation whose roots are alpha by beta and beta by alpha. Here your roots are given as alpha by beta and beta by alpha. So and the given equation is ax square equals to 0. And if alpha and beta are the roots of this equation, then we know that alpha plus beta equals to minus of b by a, and alpha beta is equals to c by a, that we have already known. So this information is currently with us. Now we need to find the equation whose roots are this one. So we have to find the sum of the roots. So S is equals to how much? Alpha by beta plus beta by alpha, that is equals to alpha square plus beta square by alpha beta. Now again alpha square plus beta square, we cannot put it directly, we have to write in terms of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. So this is alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta divided by alpha beta. Now what is alpha plus beta? We have minus b by a, that is this one, and alpha beta is c by a. So we'll put the values here and we'll try to calculate and see what is the value of s, that is the sum of the roots. So it is minus b by a square minus 2 into c by a divided by c by a. simplify, what we get here is b square minus 2ac. So a square is b square minus 2ac divided by, this is a will cancel and we will be left with ac. So AC is coming as b square minus 2ac by ac. Now what is the product? The product suppose it is P and that is equals to alpha by beta into beta by alpha. So it is cancelling out. So we are getting directly the value and that is equals to 1. We are getting the value of the product of the roots as 1 because they are cancelled out. So alpha plus alpha by beta into alpha beta is equals to the given value. Now what is the equation? So in the beginning only I have written the equation. What is the equation? Therefore, the required equation is, what is that? X square minus s into x plus p equals to 0. S is the sum of the roots and p is the product of the roots. So you can write it as x square minus, what is s? This one, b square minus 2ac divided by ac into x plus p is equal to 1 and this is equal to 0. So you can simplify it, take the LCM, it becomes ac into x square minus b square minus twice ac into x plus ac is equal to 0. So ac x square minus in bracket b square minus 2ac into x plus ac equals to 0 is the required equation. So this is how we form a quadratic equation, and you will get more questions of this type in your textbook. So try to solve more questions, and the steps to solve the questions is the same as we have just now discussed here. The next step is, next one we are going to discuss is about the common roots. Common roots, first condition, that one root is common. That means two equations are given to you in which one of the roots of both the equations is the same, that is common. So let the two quadratic equations be a1x square plus b1x plus c1 equals to 0 and a2x square plus b2x plus c2 equals to 0. So these are the two given quadratic equations in which one of the root is common, and let us take that as alpha. So let the common root be alpha. So if it is a root that it will satisfy both the given equations, so we can write we need to solve this. Hopefully you already know this method. So we will be having b1c2 minus b2c1 alpha divided by a2c1 or c1a2 minus a1c2. C1a2 minus a1c2 and 1 divided by a1b2 minus a2b1. So from this, if you equate, we will be getting the values of alpha from here as B1 C2 minus B2 C1. So we have B1 C2 minus B2 C1 divided by this one, that is C1 A2 minus A1 C2, and this is equals to, from these two, the alpha is C1 A2 minus A1 C2 divided by A1 B2 minus A2 B2. From these two, alpha is coming out to be this one, and from these two, the second and third alpha is coming out to, so both are same. So this is the condition for one root of the two given equations to be common. So if alpha is the common root, then the condition will be B1 C2 minus B2 C1 by C1 A2 minus C1 C2. So this is the particular case which you have to remember. So this you have to utilize this or use this in order to solve the problem. So this is the case one when one of the root is common. So now there are second condition is also there when both the roots are common. So let us see to that also. Case number 2, that is condition that both the roots are common. So let the two quadratic equations be the same two equations, a1x square plus b1x plus c1 equals to 0, a2x square plus b2x plus c2 equals to 0. And since these two have both the roots common, then the condition is so let alpha and beta be the roots are the two common roots. So if alpha and beta are the two common roots, then the condition that both the equations of the common roots alpha and beta will be a1 by a2 will be equals to b1 by b2 is equals to c1 by c2. So this is the condition when both roots of the two given equations are common. So if alpha and beta are the two roots of the equations which are common roots, then the condition for that is a1 by a2, that the ratio of the coefficients of each of the terms of, that is x square, x and the constant term, are equal. So a1 by a2 equals to b1 by b2 equals to c1 by c2. This is the condition that both roots are common. So let us illustrate with one example. Find the value of k so that the equations x square minus kx minus 21 equals to 0 and x square minus 3kx plus 35 equals to 0 have one common root. You need to find the value of k and under the given condition that one root is common. So let us take, let the common root b alpha. Okay. Now what is the condition for one common root? Now before that, let us write down the equation. This is x square minus kx minus 21 is equals to 0. This is x square minus 3 times k into x plus 35 is equals to 0. Let us write the equations here by the side. a1x square plus b1x plus c1 equals to 0. a2x square plus b2x plus c2 equals to 0. I am writing the row equations on the right hand side. Now you compare. What is the condition for one root to be common? The condition is b1 c2 minus b2 c1 divided by c1 a2 minus a1 c2 should be equal to c1 a2 minus a1 c2 divided by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. We have to put the values of the respective coefficients. Now if what is b1? This equation, b1 is minus k. So we'll write it as minus k into c2. c2 is how much? 35. So this is 35. Minus, what is b2? b2 is minus 3k. c1 is equal to minus 21 divided by c1 is same thing will come. c1 is minus 21. a2 is 1 minus, what is a1? 1. c2 is 35. So 1 into 35. This is equal to c1 a2 minus a1 c2. The same thing which is in the denominator in the first case. So this will be minus 21 into 1 minus 1 into 35 divided by a1 b2. What is a1? Is 1. b2, what is b2? b2 is minus 3k minus a2 is 1. b1 is also 1. So carefully you need to write the values, and now we'll simplify it. What you are getting in the numerator is minus 35k minus 63k divided by minus 21 minus 35. This will be again here minus 21 minus 35 divided by, this is minus 3k minus 1. Is it okay? a2 b1, a2 is this, b1 is, sorry, b1 is minus k, no? So it will be plus k. 3k minus 3k plus k, okay. Now how much it is coming? 5, this is 8 minus 98k divided by 6 minus 56, this is also minus 56 and divided by minus 2k. So we will be having negative side will cancel, so k, it is 98 into 2, that is 196k is equals to 56 into 56, that is k square. So k square equals to 56 into 56 divided by 196, and this we can write it as 14 into 14. So k will be equals to square root of this one, 56 multiplied by 56 divided by 14 into 14, and that comes to 56 by 14, and that is equals to 4. So the final answer is equal to 4. So this is how a little bit of calculation is involved, which you have to be careful with. So it's nothing very important, very difficult. You need to just compare the values, which are the accurate values or the right values of A1, B1, C1. Write it down and just put it in the given relation. So you get the values. So today this much you have done. We'll conclude the class here only, but then you have got questions in the textbooks. Go through those, whatever is being discussed today and in the previous section. Go through all these things and try to solve as many questions as is possible for you to do it, because that will give you the confidence. Okay, thank you very much. We'll come back again in the next class with some more problems. Till then, bye bye. Have a nice day.